Good morning all, welcome back to my Let's Play of Morrowind, and we are on our way to the Erabenimsun camp. We are going to go there to become their Nervarine. And then, I believe it's one camp left after that. And we've done that aspect of the main quest. I don't think we're far away from finishing the game, to be honest, well, the main quest. In regards to what we plan to do after that, I would like to get some guilds done. I would like to push forward with them. I would like to do one of the great houses, because you can only do one. And I would like to basically go and find a list of the good quests and do all of those. Because I want to see some more of what this game has to offer. I really, really like the main story, to the point where I think it's my favourite Elder Scrolls main story. I think how understated it's been so far has been absolutely awesome. So that is a good note for it. But we've got plenty more to see, and there could be like whole sort of quest lines that completely destroy it. And I would like to get a house as well. You know, I felt like more of a nomad this entire game than anything else. I do like their armour. Right, let's find their Ashcan. That's what we usually have to do. I've just realised these make actual noise. That's nice. Oh. Who do we reckon? I reckon they're both Ashcan. You are the Outlander who claims to fulfill the Nervarine prophecies. What do you want? Nobody cares about that. You make us tired. Go away. Okay. Outlander, I have nothing to say. I despise you and you're kind. Go away. Well, we're off to a great start here, guys. Nervarine. Full of superstition. Perhaps your woman will be wiser. I am Manny Ray, wise woman of the Erabenimsun. Sorry, I want to try and get that word rolling off my tongue a little better. You are an outlander who claims to fulfill the Nervarine prophecies. Do you need my services, or do you seek my counsel? You wish to be named the Erabenimsun. Nervarine. Never. Not while Ashcan, Uleth Pal, and his war-loving Erabenimsun live. They hate outlanders, and they're proud and haughty, and will never suffer an outlander to rule them. It would be a Nervarine of the Erabenimsun you must kill, Uleth Pal and his supporters, the Gulakans, Ahez, Renabi, and Ashu Ahan. There you must help me make the peace-loving Erabenimsun Gulakan Hanamasu Amu our Ashcan. Ashcan Hanamu could then name you Nervarine Erabenimsun. But before anything else can be done, you must first eliminate Uleth Pal and his supporters. Then you should come and speak to me. I mean, do we just, like, attack them where they stand? Or do we need to actually get into a fight with them? I want my fireball on. I think these were both ones we don't like, right? We should probably save. It's been a little while. 140. You are stupid. No, you're stupid. I'm guessing if I just attack him and kill him, it's not going to go well for us. Have I hit him so hard with an arrow, he's dropped his shield? Oh no, there it comes. I wonder if the rest are going to not like me now. This feels wrong, just going in and absolutely murdering our way through these guys. I mean, that's nice. What does our journal say? Perhaps it would have been possible to have friendly dealings with them. I don't like this. Give me 1 second. Oh no, the only route is the way we went. So, sorry guys, but we're going to do this again. I find it interesting, quite frequently this game will ask you to kill people, and the route is either to taunt them into it or find another way of getting into combat with them. But more recently with this quest, it's just been like, no, these people stand in your way. Just just be done with them. Can't be having that, can we? Right, so that's them. Who else we got to kill? Hanamu is the one we want on our side. That wasn't one of interest. Runabi, was that one? And Ashahan. No, I must kill with spell Gullikas. Ahaz, Runabi, and Ashahar. So it's these two. Oh, he's got a shield on. Do we need to be worried? Ah. I wonder if, like, everyone's going to be annoyed at us now? Oh, I don't know. It's my least favourite thing with this game, is dealing with, like, these weird systems that are old. And, like, we have something that's just a touch more sophisticated, usually, in games now. And I don't even think, like, necessarily the systems behind them are sophisticated. There's just, like, a normalised way of doing these things. Like, it would be unusual for you to just start murdering people. Or it wouldn't, but the game would at least signal which way it'd go. I mean, the rest don't seem... Yeah. They don't seem to care too much. Oh, we got the mage one. See, I feel more comfortable talking to them and then them going, okay, now we must do a bit of combat. Especially when it's that easy. What have you got? Anything of interest? Nope. And then we have to persuade the other one, don't we? Is that right? I don't want to be the Gullah Khan anyway. I don't want to be the Gullah Khan. I'm not good. No, not good at fighting, and no one likes me anyway. I can't make anyone do anything. I just want everyone to leave me alone. How about if I give you some money? How about if I give you some more money? What? You really don't want to be the Gullah Khan, do you? You've killed Oleth, Paladin's supporters, so you killed them just because of the prophecies. You are mad, I tell you. I am not the Ashkan, and I do not want to be Ashkan. Give the axe of Erabenimsun and make a little speech. Thank you. Your lesson is clear. It is the axe that gives strength in war, and it is the idea of the axe that gives confidence to the tribe. But it is the Ashkan who bears the axe, and the Ashkan who accepts responsibility for the safety of his tribe, who holds the fate of the tribe in his hands. This is a sobering lesson. I must give it thought. Name me Nervarine? I do not want to be the Ashkan, but I will be the Ashkan. I think, I wonder if we've clicked through those things in the right order. Council. Now with Ashkan, Ultha, Pal and his friend Dent, we might want to consider the Nervarine prophecy and how you might be named Nervarine. Now with Ultha, yeah, it is a simple matter to be named Nervarine of the Erabenimsun. All we need to do is persuade Hanamu. It may be difficult to persuade. Okay, well, at least we know we're on the right track, so the game is signalling that we're in the right area. There's more frustrations with these things, is if you just feel like you don't know if you're doing what the right thing is. What Manire says, don't want to be. Please, I don't want to be Ashkan. Do you understand? I won't be any good at it. I'm going to be a complete failure and everyone will hate me even more than they do now. Please, I just want to be left alone. It's one of those where you just like click through everything. I feel like I've done everything that would logically get me where I want to be. I see what I'm missing. Oh, I get it. Should have the axe that we gave him should have been a notifier. Ember hand, bitter hand. Is that the right ones? Or was it the robe? Ember hand and bitter hand are good names for magic gloves. And then I'm going to assume it's the mountain spirit as well. Basically, we have to give him these items, and they each have a lesson, which he will take on and become a much stronger person. Give the robe of Erdan the Wise and make a little speech. Thank you, your lesson is clear. It is the robe that gives wisdom and counsel, and it's the idea of the robe that gives confidence to the tribe. But it is the Ashkan who wears the robe, the Ashkan who accepts responsibility for the safety of the tribe, who holds the fate of the tribe in his hand. It is a sobering lesson. What are we missing? Apparently something. Ugh. Oh, hello. I'm just kind of taking everything now and hoping for the best. See, there must be a halfway step, because right now what we're getting is a classic mission, and we're trying to figure it out. And I'd like a touch more guidance, but games these days would just be like, without you knowing, pick up these items and take them to him. It's just like, how do we know that? Let's go and talk to him. Want to be the Ashkan. Heart of Fire. Thank you. Your lesson is clear. Is the amulet that gives courage. Now with Ulethpal dead, I hold the fate of the tribe in my hands and I must accept that responsibility. Thank you for your lesson, and I shall be Ashkan of the Erabenimsun. That's a different spelling. Oh well. I shall name you Nervarine. I promise that Ashkan dark reputation. Heirloom of the tribe. And we're named Nervarine. What have we got left then? So we've done the Erabenimsun. We've done the Amusa. And I think before that it was the Zainab. Is this all of them? It's gone quicker than I thought. Hortosa and the Nervarine of all three great houses. And Nervarine of the four tribes. I don't think I'm Nervarine of the Urshalaku. But I've done the other three, so we can happily go back there, and that's where we'll have to go for that quest anyway. Where's going to be our best way of getting there? I suppose it's going to be going to Sadith Mora. We could always go north and then across like that, but that's a long trek. I just kind of want to see what's up here. We haven't been up this way.
May I help you?
Do I want to make this recording loads longer? That is a question I always have to ask myself. Let's go see what's on this road. They really did know what part of this game was when you put in an auto run button, didn't they? Like I'm barely pressing anything on the keyboard at this second. I am now. Now I'm looking at these. But look, I press Q and he does an auto run. It's because you have like large areas you can travel, and especially on like this eastern part of the map, it seems to have less big cities for you easily to travel between. Is this a different monster? Is it a blighted one? Or is it just not loaded in properly? Eee. At least we don't have to worry about blight. It's weird actually, like the reason I was just thinking to myself, why on earth have I done this walk? It's just going to increase this recording for a long time and make more work for myself. Golden Saint. I want to know the story behind these, because I'm fairly sure they're like specifically Sheer Gorath minions. Oh, sorry, that was my phone. Sheer Gorath minions in Oblivion. And I don't think they appear in Skyrim at all. Drow Shield. We don't need money at the moment. So yeah, I'm just curious about their history. But no, I was sort of like, it's my first recording session of today. And sat down to play the game, and it's quite early, relatively early in the morning, not as early as sometimes I record, but relatively early. And it's just like, oh, you know what, I fancy just going for a walk, a trek through Morrowind and seeing what we can see. So I think this is one of those valleys we've been in before, so... But yeah, see the land and see where it is. I do really like this side of the island with like these big valleys with large protruding rocks and like definitely a volcanic feel, he says as we move into Grayslands. It's interesting to me that they made later Elder Scrolls games like a key point of it is fast travel, but the worlds feel like a lot more alive, like there's a lot less reasons to fast travel. Because I've just been walking for a solid like 2-3 minutes here, and I was like, I've not seen anything. I might have seen one enemy or a small camp, but like the actual things that can happen around the world are very infrequent. I think we've had 2 or 3 different ones in this game that aren't just enemies. Whereas if I think of like Skyrim or Oblivion, you know, there's occasionally people... I don't even know if there's people walking around in Oblivion actually, because I seem to remember there being a mod which added more people. But in Skyrim, there's people walking around. You get like little encounters, things like that. If you think to Fallout, you'll get someone running up to you and saying, "Please, sir, help me with a quest." I'm very specifically thinking of one person there. And so, yeah, it's just interesting that the game that has the least amount of fast travel relies completely on scenery to make it to give you motivation to walk around, whereas the game that has fast travel is just like, actually, you know, worse scenery. This is Oblivion specifically, and you miss out on quests. Yeah, that's the other thing. We see like these little dungeons pop in and out, and little places that we can go and dungeon dive, but we've not done that since quite near the beginning of the game when we needed to grab a few levels. So yeah, it's just an interesting digression, I suppose. If you're struggling playing this game at all, leveling up your skills, combat skills specifically, because like doing the main quest now, I have to still use my best combat skill. I still want to be using the Daedric Wakizashi. God, I'm awful with Wakizashi, with words that aren't my native language, apparently. It's because I don't say them all the time. I try my best, though. But... Well, yeah, honestly, just traveling across the land and like using your weakest combat skill, because once it's above a certain level, you're fairly free to use it. You know, it's not going to be a detriment in combat whilst you're over the land, and it's just a good way to grab a few levels. Just kind of curious what was going on there. Just a campfire. I think we've been there before. I do think the Corpus Stalker has the most effective face in this game. Guess who's gone and done a level up? We're almost at max, aren't we? It's bad when we're doing personality and luck. Really don't care about those ones. So there we go. That's our level up for today. I was just having a bit of a deeper meditation on our leveling up and how we've done it, and how I'm actually like still happy with the way we've done it. Although I can definitely see us hitting a point, because we're pretty much almost at max for us. I can see us hitting a point where, you know, we've taken, well, for a long time, we've taken challenge out of the game. But anytime we have been presented with challenge, it's not a puzzle for you to work through. It's often something for you to, like beating combat by just like hitting it loads of times. It's not skill based. You can beat it with your brains, but it's definitely not skill based. So I don't mind skipping it still, and just like, you know, I even though we've probably got quite a bit of content with the DLCs and things like that to come, that we are going to be looking into doing, I think like it is fine for us to have made these leaps forwards in character. Because the part that we are getting to experience at our own pace is the main story and the stories of the game, which is definitely up to this point has been the most interesting parts. I think mechanically, you know, it's an old game. you don't have as much depth as you would get in a newer game. You don't have as much much in the way of interesting things going on, in my opinion, which is fine. You know, it can't be everything, but it does what it does very well in certain regards, and some of the writing and some of the stories has been good. Apart from that goddamn slave quest. But hopefully we can go and get retribution for that by finding twin lamps and doing that and seeing the rest of the world. Which is something the levelling up has allowed us to do. You know, it's not a worry in our minds. And I think I'll be doing a similar system in Oblivion. I've got nothing wrong with... I've gone over this before, but I've got nothing wrong with cheating when the system seemed difficult, not necessarily to comprehend, but there's a lot of work going into winning them and they don't necessarily feed back into something rewarding themselves. You know, if we had to really watch what we were leveling up each time to get close to a perfect level, it just becomes like a whole other thing to manage that is, it just doesn't really make sense. So I'm glad we've gone the route we have, and, you know, it's working for us. Back at the Ursulaku camp. I know you can't see it now, but we are pretty much there. It's the one we spent the most time in. I have to say, like, in the area of it, this sort of ashland area is not as nice as some of the grazing land and stuff like that. So, who do we want to speak to? Because I don't think we've been made Nervarine here. I wonder if we have to do, like, another quest. Hello. Maybe I have been. Okay, let's speak to the wise woman and see what they have to say. See, I even think these camps are effective, even though they have the same tents in them and then just slightly different layouts either time. Even sometimes a similar layout. I think they're effective in setting up these little settlements. In times of great danger, the 4 Ashlanta tribes unite under a single war leader. If you can prove to the Ursulaku, Amusa, Zainab, yeah, it's definitely spelled differently that last time, you're on Nervarine, and that the tribes must unite against the rest of the 6th house, each Ashkan will declare you Nervarine. Oh, apparently we have to go to Sulmatul first, even though we've been declared Nervarine by every other one of them. So, you're coming to us last, which is fine. So then we need to go Nervarine Prophecies, Nervarine, Ursulaku Nervarine. First you hear the Council of Sulmatul. Good. First, I would give you a warning. When you are called Nervarine, the word must spread and many must hear it. Your enemies will hear it, and some come seeking your blood, and such friends as you may have amongst the great houses, those who heed the words of the temple, they may forget their love for you. If you have business with the people of the houses and temple, you may wish to conduct that business first, before you're named Nervarine. Interesting. That could cut off... I don't care about the temple. But this could cut off whole sections of the game. What do we want to do? I mean, hell with it. Let's just go. Second, I tell you to seek the counsel of the wise woman Nibani Maester, for you are an outlander and ignorant of the ways of our people. We know all these things. Very well, you'll be called Nervarine. I know you and disposed to you, but first we must speak of need and duty. Before I named you Nervarine, you must understand why a war leader is needed, so you may tell the others. And before I name you Nervarine, I must know that you know your duty. Only when we have spoken of these things shall I name you Nervarine. Need. Prophecies dig us false gods lie and offer false hopes of protection. You bear the nerve. Yeah, we know that. And duty. Anything of interest here? Okay, cool. Make me Nervarine. Before my hearth and kin and before the people of the wastes, I name you Ursulaku Nervarine, war leader of the Ursulaku and protector of the people. In token of this, I give you the teeth which shall be assigned to Dummy that you are the Nervarine, and that the Ursulaku shall follow you in all things, even until your death, until the enemy is defeated, or until you are dead, or until you give this back into my hand. Cool. I think we're done on that then. We are the war leader of all the tribes, the leader of all the great houses. I mean, I want you to face me if we're going to actually talk about this, Nibani. You have been named Nervarine by the 4 tribes of Vardenfell. You have fulfilled that part of the prophecy. Ursulaku, Amusa, Zainab, and Erabenimsun all named you Nervarine. You have fulfilled the 5th and 7th visions. What's next then? Is there one about the Hortitters? Oh, you have a lot of things that we can talk to you about. We finished the 4th trial, so perhaps we need to talk about the 4th trial. 7 visions. The full title of the prophecy is 7 visions of 7 trials of the incarnate. Listen, and I will tell you the verses. What's next? Pass the test. There we go. You are not the Nervarine. You are the one who may become the Nervarine. It is a puzzle and a hard one, but you have found some of the pieces, and you may find more. Do you choose to be the Nervarine? Then seek the lost prophecies among the distant... What? No, we've done this. Oh, God. Feels like we've broken the game a little bit. So we've done the 5th trial. 5th trial. What's 6th trial? Is there a 6th trial? I was blind, but Azura's stars guided me through my dreams. Vivek's high priest, Suriani, has asked to see you when you are Hortitter Nervarine. Oh yeah, he did, didn't he? Go to him and demand to speak with the false god Vivek. Vivek has tried to keep Kagranak's tools secret, but you will need those tools if you to stand before Dagoth. Get Kagranak's tools from Vivek. They are the key to the riddle of the 6th and 7th trials. This is interesting. Vivek's high priest. Okay, that's where we're off to next. But that is going to have to wait for next time. Thank you for joining me for this continuation. We are getting close to the end, and we actually have to see Vivek, which is great. That's cool. I love that. Awesome. What are the things? You have to do the things, don't you? They are comment if you have anything to say. If you have any comments on cheating your way through the game, you know, using console commands to get what you want from a game. What are your thoughts on that? I want to hear that. Drop a like if you've enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want more of the same. My name has been Billy, and thank you. Goodbye.